Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. Whether it's hot yoga, over 100-degree weather, or too much sun. Gatorlight, with a specialized blend of 5 electrolytes, was scientifically designed to help move fluids into the body faster for rapid rehydration. Shop now at retailers nationwide. Gatorlight hydrates faster than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Shave ice by the beach. A trip to the state fair. And a throwback flick at the local drive-in. They're more than just items to check off the summer bucket list. They're also opportunities to earn 2% daily cash back when you use your Apple Card with Apple Pay. Apply for Apple Card now and use in minutes with Apple Pay. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
That sound could mean a lot of things. And when something's going wrong at home, the hardest part can be figuring out what the problem actually is. At Thumbtack, you can upload a voice message or a photo, and our AI-powered search will help diagnose your project. Plus, the pros we know have over 14 million 5-star reviews, so you can hire with confidence. Thumbtack, we know homes. Hire the right pro today.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. And now, your host, Steve Collins.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Coach Unplugged. I'm so happy you decided to join us today. Before we jump into the podcast, I'd like to give a big shout out to our 2 sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the #1 shooting machine on the market. We own 3 of them, and I can tell you personally, even before they became sponsors, their customer service is second to none. Every time I've had any issues with any of my machines, going back to the way old ones, they've always taken really good care of me. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com. Oh, and mention us, and they'll give you $450 off. Mention Coach Collins or Coach Unplugged, they'll give you $450 off. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. We always tell our players that they should be working on their craft. I challenge you to work on your craft. Come over, join a community of like-minded coaches who want to make this game better. It's the reason I started Teach Hoops, is to help pay the bills for all these podcasts, but even more importantly, to give back to this great game that has given me so much, and to set up a roadmap for you to be successful, not only on the court, but off the court. And we offer a 14-day free trial. So come over and kick the tires around, see if you like it. And let's head off the podcast.
What do you do for conditioning, Steve?
Well, I do a lot of preseason conditioning. That's the first thing. So that kind of is, our school does that. I do, my practices take care of probably 70% of it. And then I do a combination of kind of the Syracuse conditioning, which I have on Schoology. And then I do kind of a laddered conditioning, which is so I got this, I don't know, this is how they earn the locker room. So the way it works is you start on the baseline and you dribble the full length of the court, 5 seconds. So that's a 1. And then I put them into 2 groups. Then the next part of the ladder is 3. So they go down, back, down. And they got to do it in 15 seconds. And the next one is 5, down, back, down, back, down, back, 5 times, 25 seconds. You can see each one's a multiple of 5. And then they have to make it to 11 and come back down before they get their locker room. So they got it today. It was crazy. They barely, very cerebral brain practice today, so I didn't beat them up. So I thought they could make it. But by that 11, where they got to do it in 55 seconds, you sometimes, depending on your practice, got to fudge it a little bit. College teams can go to 13 or 15 and then come back down. But, I make my guys earn their locker room, their practice gear, all that kind of stuff. Until they meet a quota, they don't get any of that stuff. They bring their stuff in, so they were super excited today because they got in the locker room and they got their practice gear. And it's like, great. That's what I want. I want excitement I'm building excitement hopefully toward that first game. So.
Right. Do you ever practice taking charges?
I do. I don't do it as much as I used to. My fear is concussions and injury. I have had a rule recently that if because my guys can dunk and play above the rim. So basically, I told the guys it was either yesterday or today that if a guy has a breakaway in practice, you let him go, and we'll yell, "Let him go, let him go," because I don't want our guy to try to take a charge on our own guy and get hurt. You know, I said we'll never be punished. Hustle back, get the ball out of bounds, and let's go the other way. But we basically have a rule because I've had guys get hurt trying to do the right thing, and it's like, stop. You know, say that for a game. If you get hurt in a game, you get hurt in a game. But I don't want you to, you know, get a forearm to the head because you're trying to take a charge on a dunk kind of thing. So so now, we set that rule.
How about when you send forward to the glass? Who's the safety? The safety valve?
Whoever's high on read and react. There's always, if you're in the 5 spots, there's always somebody on top.
Now, how about if you're in a zone offense?
Well, there should still be somebody close to the top, and if not, I designate one of my guards. But yeah.
How about if it's the shooter? Does the shooter always follow his shot?
Well, okay, so this is from someone that never saw a shot he didn't like to take. I've never been 30 years the guy follow your shot because every shot I took was going in. I mean, it's just it's a mental part.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like everybody else goes, my shot's going in. So it's like because there is a little bit of that. Like if I shoot and I follow it, I think I'm going to miss it. Now,
that's a good point.
You know, so
he'd be the safety valve then?
Automatically, unless he's on the baseline.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I've been a hounder, and we've had great rebounding teams, but I've never been a hounder on the guy shooting to get the rebound.
Okay.
And half the time they get a foul when they do it. To be honest with you, it's a little bit of the statistician in me too. It's like, they miss it, and then they go and try to get the rebound, they foul, and it's like, wow, that was a double bad play. You know, we got a foul, we didn't. You know, so.
Now, do you have any criteria? I heard you say you grade each shot. Do you have any criteria on what's a good shot? Or how do you grade?
Well, it depends on the kid. I do have criteria. Like, you know, you're open for a reason because you can't shoot. Stop shooting. The other coach says you can't shoot too. That's why you're open. I don't care if you're open.
I got you.
So it goes, I mean, and the thing is, it's harder to make those discussions game 2 than it is game 10 because you have more data, right? You have more data points. Like you're shooting 22% from 3. Stop it. You know, go get an offensive rebound, attack the rim, blah, blah, blah. So the argument's a little bit harder early. So I let my assistant coach do that a little bit more early than I do. I defer a lot of stuff to my assistants because we've been together forever. But yeah, it's subjective, to be honest with you. And the only opinion that matters is yours, to be honest with you.
Gotcha.
So, you know, if you want to play, you're going to listen to me tell what I think is a good shot for you.
So if you had a situation where you got your best shooter at, I don't know, an easy, makeable shot, 12 feet.
Right.
But then you got someone who's closer who maybe isn't as good of a scorer.
I want the 12-footer shot. And it also depends on the offense. We had a discussion about that in practice today. One of my good shooters took a good shot after the first pass. I go, that's a great shot. Don't get me wrong. But we just came down. We don't want 374 possessions. So I think we can get a better one than that. You know, that was 22. Okay. It's a great shot. I think we can get that shot again. You know, so it's some of that's a mental, like,
discipline.
Pace, and it's also who we're playing. Maybe that's a good shot against one opponent and not as good against another opponent.
Gotcha.
So I think that's going to depend.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So do you count possessions each game?
I do. I have someone track on the bench, points per possession, plus minuses. So at halftime, we know what's working and what's not working. I know I swear there's a mini lesson on that in Schoology, but I have one of my assistants. So literally we go in at halftime because, again, perception and reality are not the same thing. So we'll go in at halftime and I'll say, oh, my God, I'll call it zebra. Zebra offense is working really well. We got to run this more, because we all meet before we go in the locker room, my staff and I.
Yeah.
And the guy that keeps it goes, well, Steve, it's not working. Look, this, cow is working or whatever. I'm not going to tell everybody what I would call our offenses, but
Right.
cow is working. We need to run cow. Look, we've scored 3 out of 4 possessions. So sometimes what you see when you're coaching, what's actually happening is not true. So if there's any way to keep track of that on an app, there's a couple apps that work pretty well, but any way for someone or assistant, there's always people who want to help out. Then you can and you compartmentalize. It's like little compartments. Like, so what we're running, is our man working or is our zone working? So I get a quick snapshot because I got 10 minutes. I got to make decisions fast. I'm not a baseball coach where I have 6 hours to make a decision. Everything happens sorry for all the baseball coaches, but it's like, oh my God, it's like all this time between. It's like even football today. You watch a football game, they run a play, and then you get 35. I mean, 35 seconds, 4 shots taken up and down the court twice. We don't have that luxury, as coaches. So, but anyway, so there's a mini lesson on Teach Hoops on that. Go look at that. It's really good. And I've used that for 10, 15 years at least. And again, I want data points. I want things so I know what's going on. Because I don't always, I'm not always perfect at what I see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Other questions?
Yeah. What's your best way to get through a 2-2-1?
A 2-2-1 full court?
Yeah, full court, really aggressive trapping.
Okay. So, all right. So I'm going to go back to even though you both are on the phone, I'm going to go back to my shared screen.
Well, I got you on video too.
You do? Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So let me erase this. So how aggressive? Like you pass the ball in aggressive?
No, they let you get the ball in, and then they're really good at funneling us along the sideline.
Okay.
She stays right on your shoulder and gets you right. I mean, we just can't seem to get the ball back into the middle.
You can't. Okay. So, and what do you do?
We want to. We want to.
Okay. So what kind of set do you set? What kind of press break do you use to set up?
Well, I've tried 2 different ones. I've tried 4 all the way across where we cut across them, the one that I saw on Teach Hoops.
Yep. And that didn't work?
A couple of times, but some of the girls that my ball handlers don't like it.
Why?
They're not. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be the funny part. So the reason you're not breaking it is because you're trying to dribble to break it. You can't break it.
Absolutely.
You can't break a 2-2-1 or a diamond 1 by dribbling. I mean, tell them literally. I will get on and I will talk to them. Literally, I've coached NBA guys, and I would not let them dribble when we're getting pressed because that's what they want. Because then you dribble and then you pick it up and then you're done. You're like on an island. Like,
yeah, they get it. They get it in our diamond press. I mean, we do the same thing when we're diamond press, but this particular team's just kind of in our kids' head, and this will be the 4th time we got to play them, and it's in our sectionals, so we got to get out of sectionals.
You got to get out of sectionals. So what's happening when you do the 4 across?
Well, the outside girl.
Okay. Yeah.
She's the one coming across 2 screens from the middle.
So do you just start in the 1-4, or do you set a screen to the 1-4?
No, just start in the 1-4.
Okay. So let's say the ball goes to the wing, to the sideline over here. So let's say it's past to the sideline. So the ball is here. All right. Are these girls cutting across the middle?
No, I try to get the ball across the 2 cuts. The second girl in would come and set a screen right away on the girl on the outside. So I try to get the ball towards the middle with the ball handler right away.
With the ball handler.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's cutting across 2 screens and trying to get that.
Okay. So this one is cutting. So can you see my screen right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So is this one? So she's not even looking for for this cutter cutting across.
No. That first girl drops down and sets a screen. We get the ball in a little closer.
You get the ball down here more.
Right on top of the second girl. The second girl cut across, set a screen on the first girl, and we try to cut right through the middle, right away. I wish I could show you, but I have no way of showing you.
Well, so here's what I'm gonna have you do. I'm gonna have you email it to me, and then I'll email you back what I would do, because then I can see it. I got to figure out a way. There's got to be a way on Zoom to share screens, and so you can draw it up. Because
draw up what you would do.
What? Well, here's what I would do. I would get the ball to one of these three people, right? So can you enter the ball to these four people? One of these four?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They let us get the ball in.
So the ball's here. So they're in their 2-2-1. Is there 2-2-1 start with the free throw line or in here? Does it start like
free throw line? Free throw line.
So there's a girl here. There's a girl here. There's a girl here. There's a girl here, and there's a girl where? Way back?
Like here? Way back.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna erase. Hold on. I'm gonna erase her. Okay. So they're gonna let you get the ball in. Great. So I'm not sure how they're gonna stop you then, because the ball's here at this point, right? So the ball is. Oops. Let me click on that. So the ball is here with this girl that's circled. So the ball's sitting here. I would cut her across. I would cut her across. And this girl that just threw it in is going to curl back into here. So she's going to curl. So she should have – the key to this is you got to tell the girls they got to have 3 passing lanes, right? They got to have back, they got to have side, and they got to have front. Or they got to have actually middle probably. So side and back are basically the same girl. This one's the same girl. So this girl or this girl, I can't imagine one of them is not open on the cut across. When can she see these two cutting?
Yeah.
Okay, and are they open?
They should be. You would think that. I like the way this looks.
So because that's impossible for a 2-2-1 to stop that. It just is, because she's here on the sideline. She's gonna like we were talking before. I sent them a tape today. If you teach them how to cut, because she's gonna stay behind her. She doesn't want to get beat deep, right? She's not gonna play on this side of her. So she's going to cut across the front of her face, which means there's an angle. She is going to cut across the front of her face. So she's going to be able to catch the ball. If she catches the ball in here, they're done, because Phil all the way down. This is your safety.
Okay.
So what do you use? Use huddle, use crossover. What do you do? You put
no. These are just middle school girls.
Okay. Do you have any tape of it?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. I did.
That's okay.
You know what? I might be able to get it still.
Because if you had tape on it, I could definitely see what they're doing wrong. But that cut. So let me erase this, and then I'm gonna go all the way across. Hold on, I'm gonna go all the way across again. So I love the 1-4, just because the 2-2-1 is not a super aggressive trap in the relation of traps. That's not like the diamond. So their girls are sitting here. Oops, click on that. So there's a girl here at the free throw line, girl at the free throw line, 2 at half court, 1 back. So we're gonna line up, like I said, we're gonna line up into 4 across. So they can't defend those 4 girls. They just literally can't, unless they're gonna bring these 2 up. Okay. So the key is you show the girls, all right, so if we get past it here, that's fine. We want to pass it hopefully to one of the wings on the sideline, and we want to catch it, not free throw line, but in this range right here, extended. So as soon as that ball gets passed to that wing over here, the cuts are the key. There should be no dribbling. I mean, I don't let them dribble. Literally, we have worked on press break for a week, and we haven't dribbled the ball once until it gets past half court. Once. It's all passing and it's all cutting, because teams that press want you to dribble. And then, so it doesn't matter. There should always be 3 people cutting. So if the ball goes on the sideline, cut, and then this one can go deep and come back if need be. This one can come back and be released, and then this one steps forward. If the ball goes to one of these 2 girls, that's fine too. The ball goes here into the middle, then she's going to cut middle, she's going to cut side, and this one's going to cut side. So if the ball goes here, it's just as good, because this one's going to cut across the front of the face of that one sitting at the elbow.
Okay.
So what I think you want to really work on is those cuts, because once you get 3 or 4 of your girls past this front line, they're done. They're done. So what they're doing is they're funneling, and these two, I'm guessing, are funneling here. She's coming to trap, right?
Yes.
This one's coming to take away the middle. And then depending on how aggressive you want to be, the bottom one is either taking the sideline away or is taking the middle away. Probably taking the middle away if it's not as aggressive. And if it's really aggressive, there's two things. This one can come up and take the sideline. This one can go deep. It just depends. But that's what they're doing. They're funneling to the side, and they're taking the
she's riding her shoulder all the way to the side, and they just jump.
And then they jump.
They're just quick.
Yep.
They're really quick.
Yep. And they jump right here, right? So then where does she want to pass it? She wants to pass it to the middle, which is an easy drop for this one.
Right.
So that's where you need so then this one one of these two has to come over and take the sideline. If not, I would tell this girl here, flash all the way in front. So keep flashing and go all the way in front down to like this little box where I had right here, right in here.
Okay.
Down the sideline. So here's the rule I always tell my boys is if you're getting trapped, okay, we need to have, like I said before, we need to have three passing lanes at all times. Okay, so we used to press all the time. We took these 3 passing lanes away. So if I'm getting trapped, let's say I get trapped right here in this box, I better have 3 young ladies in these 3 spots at all times. Okay, across middle sideline. There's a reason teams don't trap in the middle because there's too many lanes for passes to be made. Teams trap in these 2 funnels down the sidelines because it's easier to take away those 3 things, right? When you have, because you're down a man when you're trapping. There's somebody's open. So that's what you really want to discuss is how can we get to those flashing across in the middle. But if you can find a tape, I would love to look at it. I would love to look at it. I mean, my guess is that's the issue is they're trying to dribble through it. And it's bouncing off their foot or that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, they're so used to for 3-4 years now being able to just dribble through anything.
Right. And now they're getting, and the higher up you go, the more skilled players are, the less you can do what you normally have done is what I tell my players. So it's like, all right, so yes, you used to be able to dribble through. You used to be able to come down and get a wide open 3 too, probably.
Correct.
They get harder as you get older. So dribbling through a press, go watch a high school game. Go watch a girls' high school game. They're not going to dribble through the press unless they're so superior to the other team. It's just not going to happen because it's going to be a turnover. And then as soon as you pick it up, that's what I tell them too. It's like as soon as you pick it up, you're done, right? The 5 count starts. So what I explain to the girls or I explain to my guys is it's a 5-second count, which is true. But as soon as I grab the ball, okay, the 5-second count starts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. If I dribble it, the count starts over. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if I pick it up again, it starts again. So all of a sudden I've gone from 5 seconds or 4 seconds till I got to pass to, 13 seconds till I have to pass. So that's a big difference. 13 seconds is put that on the clock and let them see it. It's an eternity. But if you dribble it right away, you've just taken away one of your 5-second things that you can do because then now you got to pick it up and the clock starts again. So it's just one of those cerebral things that they can think about. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I like it.
Okay.
So I will try to find that tape, even though I want to burn it. I will try to find it and send it to you.
If I had as many tapes as I've wanted to burn over the years, yes. But especially if they're middle schoolers, oh my God, this is such a teachable thing for them that it's like, my goal is to make you a better player. My goal is for you to play in high school. My goal is all this stuff. And we want to play this team. I know they're in their head, but it's like, you gotta kind of go reverse psychology. It's like, yes, but in order to be as good as we want to be, we have to beat them. So let's talk about how we can do that. Because you guys know that the other stuff's not working. Maybe we should try this kind of thing. So you got to kind of reverse psychology them a little bit to kind of convince them, yeah, we all want to get better. It's like the shot selection thing I was talking about before. I want all of you to. My guys have to wear ankle braces, and I tell them the ankle braces are so you can play. I'm not punishing you by making you wear ankle braces. I'm making it so if you twist your ankle, you can come back sooner. It's like, same thing with the press break or the shot selection. It's like, I want you to be successful. It's like teaching. I want you to do well, but you need to do these things to do well, kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we worked a lot on shot selection this year. And it all boiled down to them. Something I learned at PGC was them calling out their own scores on the shot based on range and rhythm.
It's you don't even. I'm trying to get Mono on my podcast. I love PGC. It is cult like, but anybody that's listening, you should go.
We go every year.
Oh,
I've been every year. It's just amazing.
It's the only camp I send my son to. It's the only camp I send him to.
They're amazing.
Oh, that's amazing.
Their coaches' clinics, their camps, everything.
Every penny worth it. It's expensive. Every cent. It's like oh yeah, it's so good.
The notes you take from the clinics are just unbelievable.
Well, it's almost too much.
It is. I got to go home and kind of process the stuff.
It's like the read and react stuff. It's like it's too much. It's like you got to like. I'm not smart enough to remember all this stuff. It's like, but like it's the little stuff that you take away. Like I'm yelling at my guys about breaking windows today, and about not being pregnant with the ball. And it's just that silly stuff that you just remember, and now they're talking about it. It's just that's what's good about it. It's you don't have to convince me on PGC. It's so good.
When they jump out of that 2-2-1, there's a lot of times they're sinking into a 1-3-1.
Okay.
What do you recommend?
And do they trap out of the 1-3-1?
Yes, but we seem to be doing pretty good with the 2-1-2 set if I can get all the girls across in time.
Yep. And do they play passing lanes or there's so many?
Yeah, it's a trapping defense. They're really just athletic, aggressive, and they're so
chaos.
Yeah, it's a chaotic style of a game. We're in an urban area. It's a real wild style defense.
Right. So cuts across, I think, is what you want. You definitely want cuts across. Go on. My staff and I talked about the different types of 1-3-1 on Teach Hoops under.
Yeah, I tried to find that. I posted on the Facebook page. I tried to find it.
It's under. I was looking at it today. It's under like my program thing. Like we talk about our offense. Try to cut some people behind the top of the 1-3-1. I don't know what I did with that. Let me see if I can find it. It's under the big part of where all the big lessons are, but it's under there's some office hours ones that I've talked about it too. And I will try to find those office hour ones because I don't remember which one it was, but it's under behind the scenes. So behind the scenes with our program. There's like 3 or 4 videos there, and one of them's discussion of 1-3-1 and kind of what we do with the 1-3-1. So what we talk about is where we want to trap. So the key to that is you want to cut behind the 1-3-1 and you want to overload the 1-3-1.
Yeah.
So I'll send you a couple of zone offenses that we use. Just send me an email at my Teach Hoops one, steve@teachhoops.com. Send me that, and then I'll send you kind of a couple of our zone offenses that we use that I think will be helpful. And then if you watch that 1-3-1, you'll kind of see where the traps are going to come from, I think. And that should help, I think. If it doesn't, we can get back on here, and I can definitely help you with it.
Awesome.
Does that work?
Yeah, that's great. What's your favorite rebounding drill?
I don't do a lot of rebounding drills. I just emphasize it all the time. The ISO one, the WAR one is good, but the rebounding is one
even
of those.
This late in the season, though. I like doing war in the beginning of the year.
Yes, it seems I play war maybe once or twice and then I'm done. I really am.
I don't want anybody getting hurt right now.
So it's like I don't. It's just, again, it's something I just emphasize, and we've always been good at rebounding. So I have some rebounding drills, but it's like rebounding is one of those things like I don't know,
just a mentality.
Yeah, it really is. It's like you're good or you're not good. You put the time in and you haven't.
I'm real guard strong this year.
Yeah, so that's where you might want to teach just crashing the boards and stuff a lot.
I think I'm going to do what you just talked about, is just let the girl that was shooting not follow it. She's got to believe it. Yeah. Everybody else crash.
Go. And then I play on their egos a little bit too. It's like, hey, offensive rebounds are free points.
Yeah.
I'm never going to yell at you for putting the ball back up after an offensive rebound. That's yours. That's a gift.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I do with my guys. I go, you want to score more? Go get 3 offensive rebounds.
Yep.
You know, I'm never going to yell at you for putting the ball back up on an offensive rebound because it's a bad shot. It's an extra shot for us. So I think that's what you want to do, is kind of feed that. And I think that'll help a lot. All right.
Hey, Steve.
Yep.
You've got a nice video on a zone offense by an older guy.
Yep.
Talks about like loops and all that.
Yep.
Have you had success with that?
I have. And again, I'm always tweaking stuff. I like that zone offense. That's why I put it on there. And again, it's going to depend on your what your strengths of your girls are.
Okay.
You know, I did I send you chair and flash in those zone offenses?
I think you did.
Yeah. So those are more kind of to get your bigs involved, because bigs tend to get lost a little bit and they're flashing through the zones. So I think both of those are really good for just from that scoring standpoint. And especially if you're putting read and react in, I'd run that initially just to keep it simple, and then maybe start adding some of those zone things as you go on.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have to cut it. I'm going to do one during the week this week. I'm thinking maybe like Friday, like Black Friday, when people are around. And if they're not, they're gone on holidays, that's fine. So I'm just trying to pick different times for people to see what works and stuff. But if you have questions, definitely email me during the week and I can help. All right.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Thanks.
Bye.
Right.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to support us, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Also, subscribe and like. We do appreciate those. Have a great day.